Hi everyone, welcome back to DeFi Daily. Today I want to talk about the Harmony ecosystem, the Harmony DeFi ecosystem, because a lot is happening to this blockchain, and as you probably already seen, also the price of one, that is that the coin of the Harmony blockchain, is reacting pretty well to all of this news. And I will show you what are the main five different DeFi platforms and what we can expect from them. Before to start, guys, remember that all the contents in this channel are just for educational purpose and nothing has to be intended as financial advice. If you want to invest in anything, that's great, but always your research first. Okay, let's start immediately, and obviously I have to start with DeFi Kingdoms. DeFi Kingdoms is the main DeFi platform into the Harmony blockchain with almost 1 billion in total value locked. What is peculiar by this platform, but also into the whole DeFi ecosystem of Harmony, and this is something that we will see also into a moment, is that they are working a lot on gamification. DeFi Kingdoms is really merging DeFi, NFTs, and gaming all together. I don't want to talk too much about this platform because it is quite a famous platform, and with any probability you already know it, and who knows, maybe you are already using it, so I don't want to waste your time. But if you want to know more about it, just write me into the comments and I will be more than happy to make also a complete video about it if you are interested into this topic. As you can see down here, you can find all the different features, and you can see that they are merging NFTs, they are working on landing, heroes, equipment, and also keep improving the whole games. And this has been quite a successful game, as you can see also from deck screener. The pool that is including Jewel, as you can see here, it is the fourth biggest pool into the whole DeFi ecosystem, with around 300 million into liquidity. So we are talking really about something that is quite big, and that it can grow even more if the whole DeFi ecosystem into the Harmony blockchain will keep growing. Another platform, another protocol that I want to talk with you that is probably the most interesting right now is Tranquil Finance. Tranquil Finance is mainly a money market. It means that you can supply some cryptos and you can borrow some other. As you can see, the APYs are quite decent, nothing special, but what is really powerful by this platform, it is allowing you to transform and to offer you some liquid staking for one. So if you are an owner of a holder of the one token, the one coin, you can go here on ST1 and you can stake the one token, and in exchange you will receive ST1, that is staked one. And not only you can trade or you can provide liquidity with this token directly on SushiSwap. So on top of the 9% that you are earning just from the staking feature, you will start also receiving some other incentives, this APR on top of what you were already earning. So that's quite powerful, and not to mention that you can also use ST1 in order to provide it here, so you will receive another 7%. Remember that in this case, this APY is paid 1.52% into ST1, so as the fees, as the APY that is paid by the platform, plus the reward that is paid into the token of the platform. So in any case, that's quite powerful, because what you can do is take your one, deposit it into the staking feature, receiving the ST1, so you were earning already 9%. After that, coming here, depositing ST1 and earn another 7.65%. You can use it as a collateral, and you can, for example, be exposed if you want to Ethereum, or you can borrow some other one or some other ST1 that in this moment it is paying you to borrow this kind of assets. So it's like depositing one, receiving ST1, earning 9%, earning another 7.65%, and going and borrowing ST1 again, so you can supply it again and borrowing it again. So it's like a loop that you can keep going on. But remember, this kind of APY can change any moment soon. So be aware that yes, right now the opportunity is insane, because you can keep looping this kind of game as many times you want. The problem is that In the moment when the APY goes negative, so you have to pay for borrowing, in this case ST1 or 1 or whatever you are borrowing, it would be not so convenient anymore. Not to mention that this kind of rewards is paid into the token of the platform, that as you can see right now the APY is so high, also because the price of the token has pumped in not even a couple of hours, has gone from just 16 cents to around 90 cents. So it means a 6x, 6 times higher in just a couple of hours. And if you're wondering why this happened, is due to this news that came out just the other day. As you can see, they are revealing their roadmap, and it's pretty powerful. As I was saying also before, the idea of gamification inside DeFi is a trend into the DeFi ecosystem of Harmony. We have seen DeFi Kingdoms, but also here on Tranquil Finance, they are trying to do even beyond of that. They want to create really a metaverse game world where each place will have like a function where you can do something. For example, the marketplace will be the DEX, the bank will be the lending protocol, the temple, the liquid staking, the Skyport bridge, and so on. So each single place into this metaverse game will offer a feature that is part of the DeFi ecosystem. Right now, they still don't have all the different features. Right now, what they have is a liquid staking feature plus a money market. They still have to develop the launchpad, the bridge, the DEX, the yield optimizer, and so on. In any case, they are working pretty well. Remember that Tranquil Finance has also his own version on Kronos chain. There is also, it is called Mimas Finance, so it is a fork of Tranquil Finance into the Kronos chain. So the team of Tranquil Finance is working pretty well, and they have a really ambitious roadmap. This is one of the reasons because the price has pumped so much into the last couple of days. If you're wondering if I'm suggesting to you to enter right now, my answer is I would not open a position right now due to this overextension. Yes, right now the price is going through a major retracement, has gone from 90 cents to 43. It means more than 50% of correction in just a couple of days. In any case, we still don't know if it is come to an end, this correction, or if it will go through even more into the next couple of days. Also remember that a lot is related to what will go on with Bitcoin. If Bitcoin will recover, that's a good moment to open a position. If the Bitcoin will go down and will break the support of 40K, if it happens, that's the main problem. And with any probability, if it happens, we will see much more corrections into all tokens of DeFi, but not only. In any case, keep an eye on Tranquil Finance because they are working pretty well and they have a really ambitious project. Going on, I want to share with you also two different DAOs. One is a cheese DAO that has been, I discovered it through one person of our community who shared me this platform. And I want to say thank you to him because yes, the platform is pretty interesting. They are trying to merge the DAO dynamics to a game with NFTs. As you can see, the word game is something that is keep going on into the DeFi space of Harmony. I don't know if this trend will keep going on or if it will change, but that's the state of art right now. The concept is quite close to what we have seen also on Yunus DAO, that is another game that is starting with a DAO that I reviewed a couple of weeks ago. If you missed that, I will leave also the link to the corner here. And here you can find also the different NFTs that you can use in order to participate to the game. Aging is just another way to call the staking feature. As you can see, we are still talking about a pretty young platform with a small total velocity is just around 1 million and something. The APY is a decent and let's say conservative APY because we are not talking about the monster and completely insane APY with millions or billions or quadrillion of APY. We are talking about something that is more conservative. Here you can find the marketplace if you are interested to buy the bonding feature. As you can see, it's also another proof that the jewel, so the DeFi kingdom, has a main role into the space of the Harmony DeFi ecosystem, because as you can see from here, you can use the jewel token in order to bond it and receive at a discounted price the cheese token, that is the token of the DAO. So this is another DAO that you can have a look. Euphoria, it is the main DAO, so the most important DAO with the bonding and staking feature. As you can see, it is supporting many different assets, and probably many other will come. The total value locked is much higher. It is around 20 million. Here you can find all the information. The price is here. And the main point is that unfortunately, or the different DAOs, if you try to check their chart right now, they are bleeding. So that's a main problem for all of DAOs, and this is something that, as I was saying before, is related also to the whole market condition. It is something that, in my opinion, we are in a phase that we should transition for a system that is just based into minting and staking to something else. Something else that needs to have a use case, something that is really able to create value. It should be value of just having fun. That could be something that is quite coherent to the whole situation into the DeFi space of Harmony, or creating value in order to literally using the treasury in order to produce more yield and so on. But yes, we need to transition for a system where we will just speculate, that is not anymore sustainable, at least if the market keeps going down, because the first kind of investment that people, the first position that people will close are the position that we have the higher profile risk, and all the DAOs are at the highest level of risk, and that's one of the reasons why we are seeing so many DAOs simply jumping and bleeding so much, because people are closing positions with a higher risk profile. So keep an eye on it, because Euphoria is in any case one of the main DAOs into this ecosystem, with a treasury that is in any case around 30 million. So it is something that we can't simply ignore. Another project that I want to share with you is Unite Finance, that is a Tomb Finance fork. I talked a lot about Tomb Finance, and I made a complete video where I can explain how does it work, and I will leave it also into the right corner here if you're interested into. I still prefer and I still consider the Tomb Finance platform, so the original platform, as the most secure platform among all the different forks. If you're asking me which fork I'm using at the moment only the original one. But in any case, Unite Finance is, I don't know if the only one, but with any probability one of the main fork of Tomb Finance into the Harmony blockchain. And what is offering, it is an insane APY. As you can see here, they are saying 8% plus daily. The whole concept is pretty simple. You have 2 or 3 main ways to start earning this kind of APY. The first one is depositing the LP token, so the liquidity token that is containing Unite, that is the token of the platform, plus 1. Remember that in theory, the Unite price should keep the peg of 1. At this moment, the peg is much higher, and that's a possibility to see a major retracement into the price of Unite into the next couple of weeks, months. We still don't know, could be even one day. Right now, the APY for this kind of feature is around 5% daily, so an insane APR. Another way that you have in order to earn this kind of APR that is quite high is instead just adding liquidity to Unite Yuan. That is a pair that in theory should not have any permanent loss, because the price will always maintain the peg. The problem is that right now the price of Unite is 4 times higher than the price of 1. So it means that the impermanent loss, if the price of Unite converge to the price of 1, will be quite high. So it is something that you can't ignore, because as long as the price of Unite keeps growing, everything is fine. But if the price of Unite converge to the peg, you will encounter the loss of the price of Unite that is going down, plus the impermanent loss. So another possibility could be simply buying U share, and you will not have any kind of impermanent loss in this case. You will have just to go on boardroom and stake this kind of token. The APY, as you can see here, APR, so not compounded, is 2000 APR. So we are talking something like 6-7% per day. So still a really high APR. What is the risk? The main risk is that the price of U share will simply dump. If the price of U share dumps, you will lose a lot of money. That's quite easy. And for which reason the price U share can dump? The main risk is that for any reason the price of Unite is dumping and it is losing the peg. Because remember that U share, staking U share will produce APR only if the price of Unite token is still above the peg. So as long as the Unite token is above the peg, it is convenient to just stake U share. If for any reason the price of Unite is dumping, also a behavior quite similar will happen into the U share. And the real stress test will happen in the moment when the Unite will try to attack the peg, trying to go below, because in that moment we will test the trust of the people into this protocol, because in that moment, to maintain the peg, people should start buying the U bond token. The point is, people will trust enough the platform to buy U bond, or the system will simply fail. So this is the main point and something that we should check. Another thing that I want to show you, and this is the last protocol that I want to share with you today, is 100 Finance, that is a cross-chain money market that is working on Harmony, but also on Ethereum, Arbitrum, and Phantom. It is a quite small money market because the total supply, so the total value locked inside this platform is just around 30 million, so not so much. But what is powerful, it is offering some quite juicy APY on stable coins. So you can supply a UST and, for example, you can start earning this kind of APY. But remember one thing, as you can see from here, the real APY is not 62%. Yes, you can earn this kind of APY, but in order to receive it, you should stake some 100 Finance token into the platform in order to boost your APR. And as always, the longer you are locking your tokens, the higher is the reward. But remember, locking is obviously something that will boost your rewards, but on the other side, it means that you can sell your tokens in case anything is happening into the 100 Finance platform. If you are asking to me if I'm suggesting you to do it, I will not do, because I prefer to stay liquid in the market, and if I'm locking something, I prefer to lock on something that is more secure. I'm not saying that it's not secure, this platform, but what I'm saying is that it's still a small platform, and obviously the smaller is the platform, the higher is the risk. So personally, I prefer to stay more safe about this kind of choice. But in any case, it's perfectly legit if you are believing into the platform to just lock your tokens. In any case, even if you are not locking, you will receive a decent 25% of APR on UST. That is quite a high APR, not to mention that you can loop this, because you can use it as a collateral, borrow some UST, that in this case it has a 1% of APY, and use it again in order to supply it again into the this feature, and looping this feature in order to increase your APR. So that's a quite decent APR, so that's the reason why I'm sharing with you this platform. In any case, as I was saying before, remember, we are still talking about a really young platform that it has a really small total value locked. So guys, this is my top 5 platforms into the DeFi space of Harmony. Let me know if you want to know something more about each of them, or if you know some other platform that is juicy and interesting that I should look at. And I will see you tomorrow with another video. Remember always that if you like this kind of content, the best way is always leaving a big thumbs up and drop a comment. And guys, thank you for following me. I will see you tomorrow again. Bye.